The secret of improved plant breeding, apart from scientific knowledge, is love. Luther Burbank uttered this wisdom as Paramhansa Yogananda walked beside him in his Santa Rosa garden. They halted near a bed of edible cacti. Burbank explained, "While I was conducting experiments to make the spineless cactus, I often talked to the plants to create a vibration of love. You have nothing to fear," I would tell them. "You don't need your defensive thorns. I will protect you." Charmed by the miracle, Yogananda asked for a few leaves to plant in his own garden at Mount Washington. Burbank himself plucked 3 and handed them to him, and later they grew to a huge estate. His little adopted daughter came romping through the garden with her dog. Smiling, Burbank said, "She is my human plant. I see humanity as one vast plant, needing for its highest fulfillment only love, the blessings of the great outdoors, and intelligent cultivation." Yogananda told him that he would delight in the Ranchi school with its outdoor classes, an atmosphere of joy and simplicity. Yogananda's words touched the chord closest to Burbank's heart: child education. "Swamiji," he said, "schools like yours are the only hope of a future millennium. I am in revolt against the educational systems of our time, severed from nature and stifling of all individuality. I am with you heart and soul in your practical ideals of education." As Yogananda took leave, Burbank presented a small book. "This is my training of the human plant," he said. "New types of training are needed, fearless experiments. As daring trials have improved fruits and flowers, so must educational innovations improve children." That night, Yogananda read the book with deep interest. Burbank had written, "The most stubborn living thing in this world, the most difficult to swerve, is a plant once fixed in certain habits. When it comes to so sensitive and pliable a thing as the nature of a child, the problem becomes vastly easier." Magnetically drawn to this great soul, Yogananda visited him again and again. Once they drove together through Santa Rosa, its gardens bright with Luther's roses. "My friend Henry Ford and I both believe in the ancient theory of reincarnation," he told Yogananda. "It sheds light on aspects of life otherwise inexplicable. Memory is not a test of truth. Man forgets his womb life and infancy, yet he surely passed through them." He laughed gently. Burbank had received Kriya Yoga initiation during an earlier visit. "I practice the technique devoutly," he said. After thoughtful questions, he added, "The East indeed possesses immense hoards of knowledge which the West has scarcely begun to explore." On their return, Yogananda mentioned his plan to start a magazine presenting the truths of East and West. They discussed titles and agreed on the name East-West. Burbank gave him an article he had written on science and civilization for its first issue. "This will go in the first issue of East-West," Yogananda said gratefully. As their friendship deepened, Yogananda lovingly called him his American saint. "Behold a man," Yogananda quoted, "in whom there is no guile." Burbank's heart was fathomless in humility, patience, and sacrifice. His little home amid the roses was austere and simple. He knew the joy of few possessions. The modesty with which he wore his scientific fame reminded Yogananda of the trees that bend low with ripening fruit. It is the barren tree that lifts its head in empty boast. In 1926, when Luther Burbank passed away, Yogananda was in New York. In tears, he thought, "Oh, I would gladly walk all the way from here to Santa Rosa for one more glimpse of him." Locking himself away from secretaries and visitors, he spent the next 24 hours in seclusion. The following day, he performed a Vedic memorial rite around a large picture of Luther. A group of American students, garbed in Hindu ceremonial clothes, chanted the ancient hymns as offerings of flowers, water, and fire were made, symbols of the bodily elements and their release in the infinite source. Though Burbank's body rests in Santa Rosa, beneath a Lebanon cedar he planted, his spirit seems alive in every flower that blooms by the wayside, whispering in the winds, walking the dawns. His name has entered common speech. Webster's New International Dictionary defines Burbank as a verb, to improve by selecting the good and rejecting the bad. And Yogananda exclaimed, "Beloved Burbank, your very name is now a synonym for goodness." Years later, when Yogananda wrote his spiritual classic Autobiography of a Yogi, he dedicated it to his dear friend. In its opening pages, he penned a simple yet timeless tribute, dedicated to Luther Burbank, an American saint,